Zomba. I mean, this is nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, multiple wins over Zomba at this point. But that's what we're talking about. This kid is doing everything, but the target has always been on Tweek's back. The sword of Damocles hanging over the king's head. The sword is now in the hands of Mythra as we go to a winners finals, best of 5 territory, starting at Pokemon Stadium for game number 1.
There we go. MBG already starting out with the big damage. Tweek obviously getting out of the combos with that foresight, but just Tweek's playing this patiently already. I guess you fell out of touch against the Mega Man. You got to get the feel for it again once again, right? MBG already, he's in the game. He's feeling good. He's getting his damage on, but Tweek is just pushing on with that Mythra, running straight through all these projectiles he's throwing at his face. Here goes that dash tag, sending MBG already off stage 2. We're sitting this neutral switch, so it's going to be really weird for him. Oh.
Going with the Pokemon Coliseum music, you gotta love the mod pack, baby. And the Pyra out, knowing that you want to get damage, and I mean, you want to just get this Mega Man out of here. I get it. It's a loaded baseball, a little bit of weight to it, chance of breaking the bat. Doesn't mean that doesn't give you an excuse to not swing for the fences.
That's 100% true. Oh, MPG trying to go for the Zonky Sploinky there, trying to get the the air dodge with the metal blade. Not able to find it though. This is like to say what's more impressive, saying that you beat Tweek or saying that you hit the Yonky Sploinky on Tweek?
Yeah, you could definitely say that. We saw shades of that last week in MPG's winners semi-set against this very character, which MPG wound up taking by a score of 2-0.
There we go.
Of course, the adjustment, as we mentioned prior, was made by Tweek immediately after that, 6-1 in grand finals, and then the reset. It was a 3-0 at the end of it all. But, I mean, MPG is going... This is the thing. You'd think that Tweek doesn't remember by now just how that made him feel. Like, losing to this Mega Man.
That has been rumbling. This shit has been boiling, stewing inside of him. He's ready for this rematch. He's not going down to this Mega Man again. Or at least that's what he hopes to believe. But MPG is not going to let that happen. Already taking the first stock of winners finals. Very good stuff.
About 2 minutes in, a moderately paced game number 1, but it is indeed first blood going to the Delaware Mega Man.
There we go, throwing out the back air once again, getting more damage on. That Pyro forward air, just barely not taking it. MPG sitting with his full rage.
He's out of a jump.
Hold on, he's fine.
Yeah, no, we saw that jump animation in the ledge, and yeah, that's going to be a jab at the ledge from Pyra. Is going to take stock number 1 off of MPG, and relatively even, all things considered. But then again, it's just as a tie goes to the runner in baseball, you got to think that experience is going to win out in a set like this, just considering the stature of who we're talking about, a top 5 player in NA and Tweek.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that some players need to get out of their mentality. It's like, oh, this player has this history. This player has done beat this player. Okay, but I'm new. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm good at this game. MPG, he has all these wins in these top players because he knows that he may not be at that stature just yet, but he has the ability to take them on. He already has a Tweek win. All he has to do is stick with this consistently and just looking at this as just another difficult opponent to beat. This is not Tweek. This is just some guy playing Aegis who's pretty good at Aegis. Yeah. That's how you got to look at it. I mean, it's working out too. Here we go. The Yogi Sploinky.
There we go.
Yogi Sploink.
You gotta love that. And the up tilt, not quite going to be enough to get the kill, but impressive technical aptitude from the man from Delaware. You gotta love it from MPG. And you're gonna catch that too. It's an up smash.
Sploinky.
Pointing to the skies. That's exactly where my career is going, at your expense. And MPG with 2 stocks in hand. At 139%, however, far from over.
Oh! Just barely catching the Pyro up air with the Saw Blade. MPG trying to get more damage on. There we go, the down throw. Not able to find the forward air, though. MPG trying to build this more damage before he gets knocked down to his last stock. And Tweek's just kind of shaking up right now. He's sticking on the Pyro. I don't think this Pyro's going to be able to take the stock, though. He's just pushing, just keeping this Pyro out in whatever way he can. There we go. The Mythic Search once again. Maybe he can use his speed or these aerials to get back in against MPG. But just the damage is going up and up, already putting Tweek up to 49%. And this is where Tweek is really trying to struggle, just taking the stock off of MPG.
I mean, he's so good at leveraging those projectiles and using that win box. I mean, it puts you in such a panicky situation. I don't care who you are. As soon as you see that little magnifying glass come out, you clench up just a little bit.
Yeah.
And even though this is a relatively slow game number 1, it has not been lacking in action by any stretch of the imagination. The efficacy of MPG's offense matched only by his efficiency on defense.
He's alive.
And still at 197%, Mythra not able to get that kill off of the top of the shortest
There we
ceiling
go.
in this competitive moveset. Not going to find the promise as well.
Tomahawk grab. That's huge for MPG.
Going to look for the hard knuckle.
There we go.
Tweek has seen that before. That wound up being the piece de resistance for MPG and the last set that the MPG won.
The pellet! This could be huge for him. Oh, he's just barely missing the ledge trap, though. MPG at 126. Okay, that Pyro Fair finally taking it. Tweek at 126. Definitely don't count him out, though, but MPG looking pretty comfortable right now if he finds a single Mega Man confirmed to take this stock and take the game.
And 126%. I mean, I'd be switching off. I'd be switching off like 30% ago if I was Tweek, but then again, I'm not Tweek. That's why I'm commentating. So we're going to, yeah, no, that man gets paid. So going to see the Flame Sword. You know what? I've got me some disjoints too, says MPG. Certainly has not shied away from using them, though they have not been as prominent, I would say, in this particular set.
Oh, MPG's just trying to close the stock against Tweek. Getting a little flustered right now. It's okay, though. He's still hanging on. MPG trying to get back on the sledge. There we go. The Tomahawk grab once again, throwing Tweek off stage. You're at 162. He's trying to find the sledge grab. Oh, just a huge air dodge from Tweek. Sitting back on the ledge once again. Oh, the forward air from the forward throw from Tweek. MPG trying to come back from the stage. It's going to be so scary. Delaying himself with the rush. Let's see if he can come back, though. Holding this neutral situation. The forward air, is that going to take it? Yes, it is!
It is, and MPG taking game number 1. Familiar territory here for the Delaware man, and gotta think that this is just looking a little too familiar for young Gavin here.
Game 1, going to MPG.
Yeah, so I will say, I mean, Tweek still grinded it out. Obviously, practicing every single day. The last tournament that he entered was actually up in Howell, New Jersey. Our good friends over at Platinum Star, in fact.
Platinum Star Weekly.
Platinum Star Weekly, you know, hosted by Rivers, great dude. Made it to grand finals and beat him in the reset after losing to Rivers in winners final by a score of 3-2. Rivers still counting himself among the best that the world has to offer, and certainly one of the proudest sons of the Garden State. Tweek, hailing from the southern part of the state. Won't say exactly where, but it's a nice part of the world. And nicest Jersey as far as Jersey goes.
It was nice, though. MPG getting this ledge trap. There we go. Just tried to yoink. Didn't find the splunk, though. It's all right. He's hanging in there. There we go. Tweaking more damage in right now. Trying to find MPG lacking. But there we go. He's putting on tape. Oh my gosh, the shield pressure right now. Oh! Oh, never mind. He's not dead. Okay.
Throw it.
My fault, y'all.
Brought Fist to a sword fight, and coming out up top, it's going to be this Pyra and Mythra getting taken to triple digits. It is best of 5 here, so do have a little bit more room.
Okay. Catching the jump from MPG. Very good stuff. The classic down air to up smash. Tweek reclaiming that lead. Seeing him in his first stock at 100%, but MPG just having to find a small little confirm to take this game back in his favor. Ooh, there we go, though. Tweek just pushing his advantage with the Mythra. Doing so much damage with these Mythra combos right now. He's looking super clean. Oh, the Leaf Shield catching and landing in the air. Oh, the S-Smash just barely missing on MPG, though.
Yeah, that Blazing End, more importantly, did not. So, again, it's utilizing those spacing tools however you can. Obviously, you have all the power in the world, but you also need to be able to win neutral if you are Pyra. And MPG, I feel like getting caught on flat ground a little too often against the red-haired swordswoman.
I think he's just really struggling. Once Tweek finds the lead, he's just really struggling to find close the stock against Mythra, just running all laps around him. But you can't really get his setups on a character who's kind of just like floating around him and just always on the just moving. On the move, throwing out hitboxes at all times. That beats out most of his projectiles. Like, MPG's just trying to figure out this Mythra, but Mythra is just constantly moving back and forth, trying to bait him into throw out an option. And Tweek is doing such a good job of keeping MPG on his toes. Good lord, man.
Looking for the F smash, but Mythra was out. The quick enough button to put a stop to all that, and that 122 has yet to lose a single stock until just then. And it's a full stock lead here for Team Solo Mid's, the pride of Team Solo Mid, I will say.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, Tweek's been that good since the beginning of this game.
He is that guy.
I mean, he is that guy, making it to grand finals of the only Evo that's for Smash Ultimate. And grand finals, super majors, just winning super majors, obviously. What else can you ask for in terms of a resume? You are top 5 in the world. You're nearly untouchable. You come out to these tournaments grinding away in order to improve and in order to win against the best that the world has to offer. And you need quality competition in order to do that. Credit where credit is due to MPG for providing just that. But he needs to do just a little bit more.
Oh my God, Tweek!
If he wants to win.
No, that's not gonna take it though. But damn, that was kind of quirky. That was kind of cute. Okay, Tweek. Oh, there we go though. MPG still sees himself alive. I love MPG. He never gives up, no matter how bleak the game is looking. He never gives up. There we go. Dropping the Metal Blade there, trying to find it. Oh, there we go. The back air out of shield. MPG's just moving right now. Setting up that Metal Blade on ledge once again. We've seen MPG in these situations before. Against Tweek specifically. He's still in this game. Let's see what he can do. Nice forward air to catch him, jumping out of shield. Oh, the up air. Trying to air dodge out of there. Oh, the dash attack, though. I think that's a misinput.
I mean, you got to be able to take advantage wherever you possibly can.
Oh, the shield. There we go.
Catching him on the up smash. And, yeah, it's MPG getting so much mileage off of just winning advantage. I would think that most of this stock is going to be spent on Mythra. But, I mean, just because you're getting tagged around so much and carried all over the place. And at this point, Mythra has enough kill power. But we are, in fact, going to see the Pyra.
Okay.
Okay, so the fire has been put out, and one has been lit under Tweek. As we're going to go to 1 game apiece. Certainly not ready to give up on the Aegis just yet.
My fault. Hold on.
Gotta
figure this out.
It's all good. Hey, you know what? MPG has to figure this out as well, because getting caught just a little bit too often, especially in the neutral game. What worked for him in the prior round simply did not here, and it was a faster paced game too. It was one where Tweek was able to really get the advantage that he was looking for initially, and MPG was not able to utilize the game plan. What was the biggest adjustment that you saw from Tweek between games 1 and 2 that really allowed him to take over that game?
Game 1, he was just trying to feel it out. He gave MPG way too much space. MPG got all the damage and confirms that he wanted in the world. Game 2, Tweek's like, okay, I'm back in your face. I'm playing aggressive, and there's not much you can do about it. I'm Mythra. Mythra just kind of duties on Mega Man when she's playing correctly, and Tweek was playing correctly. He still is playing correctly, too, putting that damage onto MPG, not letting him land, not letting him get set up for the life of him.
Yeah. And an interesting choice going to Northern Cave, and MPG obviously liking that stage. What do you think the rationale is here?
I think the rationale is that if he sets up onto that platform, he has a little more place to kind of get started. That offstage game is going to give him a little more place to breathe. Maybe MPG can back onto the stage and get more of his stuff that he needs, his MPG shenanigans, per se. You know, he wants to have this place to play his game, but Tweek's not letting that happen. Maybe this stage is going to help him do that. Oh, there we go, though. Setting up the Metal Blade, trying to keep Tweek on his toes. 20%, though. Tweek is just unfazed by all this little damage he's taking from MPG. It's the real setups that you need to stop, and it's working. He's stopping them from getting started whatsoever. Oh.
MPG, at ledge, that is absolutely brutal. Oh, looking at just firing off in the face of that Mega Man. Not going to find the mark, but it is going to be the up smash that winds up taking it at 156%. And MPG has only allowed 28% to get taken on to the Aegis. And all of a sudden, those guns firing just a little too quietly in the face of the blades of the Aegis.
There we go. Putting on some more damage right now, setting up that Metal Blade. Nice, that Leaf Shield coming through too. Just Tweek getting back on the ground, pushing on with that Nair. He's doing a lot right now. Down tilt to up air, trying to catch him landing here too. Oh, but MPG landing with that forward air, very good stuff. Trying to keep Tweek on the ledge, but just Tweek is just pushing MPG's, not letting it get comfortable. That's the thing that MPG tends to struggle with. If he can't get comfortable, if he can't get his setup, then he starts to fumble. And Tweek is just completely aware of that and not letting this kid do anything. If he can't touch the ground, he can't play Mega Man. And if he can't play Mega Man, he can't win.
It is a troublesome predicament here for the young man from Delaware, as Mythra is going to be deployed yet again to have to dispatch this robot.
Here we go, though. Power coming out once again. There you go, the forward air. Once again, Tweek up 3 stocks to 1. MPG just kind of struggling to find his comfort in this matchup. He's struggling to find an answer right now. Like, Tweek found his answer, and he's really struggling to find any rebuttal whatsoever. it's going to be tough to come back from. That's definitely for sure.
It's troublesome. I mean, they have shared the building a few times in the past. I mean, really the only other time prior to Codename Bears just last week, where that collision and double down, just very recent. Actually, excuse me, only at collision. Tweek, of course, making it to grand finals. MPG placing 33rd in that very tournament. Holding shield there. And yeah, that's the thing.
My God.
You can't blink in the face of this offense. And at 169%, you need this kill yesterday. MPG not being able to find it. And again, it is the patience that Tweek is playing with that's causing MPG so much frustration.
That's definitely true. Oh, there we go, the SD from next week. But we've seen MPG come back. It's going to be such an uphill battle. It's like we've seen MPG needs a new answer. Like, his game is a good game, and it works against a lot of players, but against this character and this player, it's not really working anymore. You need to find a new strategy, a new approach to deal with this. You can't just stick to your classic, like, throw down the saw blade and pray once he gets near me. No, you need to find something new. You're
also not getting the mileage out of Leaf Shield. You're not connecting with those aerials. You haven't been connecting with those aerials, really, for the most part, throughout this set. And that's unfortunate. I mean, you just need to be able to confirm these stocks way sooner if you are MPG. And this is a character that has given Tweek a few problems in the past. Mars, in fact, used to counterpick Mega Man very briefly against Tweek. Every now and then, we used to see that Mars Mega Man come out, and it took grand finals, winners finals sets off of Tweek. So this is something.
There we go.
This is
a landing. MPG's back in this.
It's something that MPG has to familiarize himself with. But what made Mars's Mega Man so effective was the fact that he was able to hit those back airs so effectively. And again, putting out the fire. Tweek is going to go up 2-1 in this set against the #1 in Philadelphia.
I mean, damn, that was what I confirmed at the end there. Tweek playing this out of his mind. I think MPG is good at kind of closing the gap to bring those last stock situations, but he just needs a more consistent way of playing. Like, that clutch factor is not everything. It's a good clutch factor, and it's working out, but it's not closing games. You can't rely on my clutch gamer mode. I need to find a consistent way to play the game. I gotta keep myself in the lead. I can't just hope to come back from 3 stocks to 1 and then somehow cheese the game out at 215. That's not gonna happen every set. Yeah, it works from time to time, 50% of the time maybe, if that's being generous. But you gotta play his game.
Yeah, and this is what's, I mean, you were talking about what separates a top player from a mid-level player. MPG is very quickly cementing himself as a top player. But then again, there's that little bit of a level beyond, isn't there? That consistently making top 8 at Super Majors, where you're in grand finals, where you are intrinsically woven into the fabric of this game's history. That is what Team Solo Mid's Tweek is. And MPG has to face off against really one of the best players that this game has ever seen. Secondary character or otherwise, that can be damned. You're fighting Tweek. You need to step it up. You need to show how you have grown from the past week. You cannot rest on your laurels from that winner's semifinal set. You need to show what you've got, and you need to show it right now. You need to adapt or die, and we are going to see what MPG chooses here on Small Battlefield for game number 4.
I think MPG's trying to press. He's not really worried about setups anymore, just trying to get in and get some damage on Tweek. It's working a little bit. He's getting more than 33%. He's just trying to find his openings against Tweek, and Tweek's not really letting it happen as easily as he anticipated. There we go, throwing out the crash one. Oh, getting caught out with the up. He got no jump online. He's so tragic. Oh, he makes it back somehow.
And that's the thing. MPG utilizing the jump just a little too early. Every time we see him go, off stage, we see him frame 1 jumping, and Tweek is catching on to that ever so slightly. I mean, young Anthony here needs to be careful of how they're recovering.
Unfortunate DI on the floor.
Certainly needs to be careful of their DI after getting hit mid-stage with that Sword of Pyrus.
There you go. Mithra putting that damage on once again. MPG putting up the high percentages, just needs to close out the stock against Tweek. He's just letting him hang out on these high percentages way too often, and this Mithra is just putting so much on him. He needs to find an answer to this Mithra. This Mithra is doing everything to stop MPG from playing the game. I think MPG is slowly but surely finding how to get in this Mithra's head.
That's the thing. It is a puzzle that Tweek is presenting. MPG, one of the players that can figure out a way to solve it. But that's the thing, MPG is good at finding those answers. Tweek is exactly as good, if not better, at changing the question.
There you go. Exactly. Tweek is using that pressure too. He's just keeping MPG back off the siege, going a little too deep. Oh, MPG not really able to find a punch there. Oh, the big foresight getting the dash attack, sending MPG off siege once again. MPG has been sitting on this ledge basically 90% of the set. He's been setting off stage against Mithra and getting caught up by Pyro at the ledge. And once again, in the third game in a row, you're at 3 stocks to 1.
You know, if there is any player who is able to take something positive from a set like this, it is absolutely MPG. He's one of those guys really does not let losses get him down. He celebrates things like this because of the opportunity to learn, to grow, to get better. It's what's allowed him to get to the #1 spot in Philadelphia, and now he wants to go even further beyond. He certainly welcomes challenges like this, but my, oh my, are lessons like this painful, especially when they come at the blade of the Aegis, wielded by one of the game's best players of all time.
Here we go, though. Just trying to close the stock. It's just not looking very good for him right now. As Tweek is just sitting comfortably, trying to get as much damage as he can on MPG. Sitting on his last, probably the last stock of the set, probably the last stock of the set. It's not looking good for him. So here goes the Pyro is out right now. Tweek's just looking to close out this game. MPG just doing everything in his power to close. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Finally closing the stock. We've seen him come back from these. Back in that winter semis last week, we've seen him win these. It's just, does he still have that comeback factor? Does he still have that dog in him?
I mean, Vince Lombardi used to say, we didn't lose, we just ran out of time. Sometimes that's just how it is. You take on too much damage, a stray hit just kills you. Certainly, you know, Pyra is able to do that right about now. We've seen Mithra do that in this set, in fact, especially in that last game, number 3. But nevertheless, MPG, it ain't over till it's over.
Wait a minute.
Gonna see it. Leaf shield on deck.
Wait a minute. Okay. No jump. There we go. Okay.
Gonna give him the smack. Gonna give him the stock here. MPG sitting at 134, but it's a time. When is Tweek going to put a stop to this? Will he put a stop to this?
I don't know, man. We've seen MPG win these. It's going to be a tough. It's going to be an uphill battle 100%. It's just getting back from this ledge and getting your damage back on again. It's getting that Tweek back up to this kill percentage. Oh my gosh, here we go. MPG, wait a minute.
The combo.
The grab,
beautiful way.
Oh, the foresight. He's missing the F slash though.
Tweek. I mean, MPG just took a lesson there. Not pressing the button was the right answer. Catching that landing with the grab, and it was well done. But you were talking about, you know, being able to just pump the brakes just a little bit. Sometimes all you need to do is tap it, and then immediately rolling forward.